What is up, guys? Welcome back to Friar Frenzy Podcast. I'm Jackson Furman, also known as Friars News on Instagram. And man, the Padres just keep on rolling. They are 13-3 to start the season. The pitching has been fabulous. The hitting, we're bottom on the list of home runs, but continuing to hit the ball and playing small ball. Man, I couldn't be more impressed with how well this team has played to start this season. And more records have been being set. First in the NL West, and things just keep getting better. One thing we found in the problem is the injury bug has struck San Diego. Jackson Merrill got banged up in the Chicago series. Was placed on the IL prior to, or maybe it was a day after first game in Sacramento. Hamstring, obviously precaution. Not wanting to have him out there. It's early in the season, and it's probably best to go that route. It's a long season. Jake Cronenworth has also found himself on the injured list, so the IL has grew a little bigger with Darvish, Musgrove, Hoeing, Cronenworth, Merrill. It just keeps getting bigger on the IL. So Cronenworth cracked a rib. That's not feel good. He got hit in the back ish against Chicago. It's Saturday's game, or sorry, in Sunday's game, and then returned to the lineup on Monday. But then swung, hit a ground ball, and didn't run to first. He didn't run to first. He was kind of limped off the field. Mike Schilt ruled it as cramps at the beginning to start. The news broke the next day that he was being put onto the 10-day IL due to a cracked rib. So, tough news. Cronenworth, people will say he didn't really start the season off great, but he's definitely showed a lot more improvements compared to what he did last year. He might be off to a slow start, but he's definitely showed better improvements. Jackson Merrill, that one stings, obviously, but it hasn't really affected the Padres too much. They have continued to win games, so having those guys in the IL hasn't really affected, but it does suck. Long run, we got to play better teams, and when you have to play better teams, you want to have those guys out there. So our next 9 games, we got Chicago. We just swept the Colorado Rockies, and made more history this weekend, becoming the first team since 2017 to shut out a team in all games of the series. Padres are now 13-3 on the season, with the best record in the major leagues, 10-0 at home. It's nothing but short. Sellout. I believe this was the 9th sellout of the Petco Park season. And man, these boys have really been picking it up, and they've been putting it down. That's for sure. King Dazzles today. Complete game shutout for him. He goes 9 innings, 2 hits allowed, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. Or I think it's 8 strikeouts. And no runs allowed. Again, another great performance from Michael King, and exactly why he is our number 1 starter. Everything was working for him today. Keep the ball away. The breaking stuff was amazing. It was electric. It did look like he had no hit stuff, and Toglia, I think, got him in the 5th inning. Base hit up back up the middle, and then Tovar, I believe, got him in the 9th with 1 out. So a very, very, very good outing. His first complete game of his career, only the 2nd this season from MLB. It is the first time in franchise history that the Padres have shut out a team in a whole series. Again, it hadn't last happened in the Major League since 2017. But one thing I do want to talk about is the bullpen. The bullpen continues. It just continues to dazzle. They also, obviously, as you know, helped with the shutout. Jason Adam has been electric. Estrada electric. Suarez electric. Suarez did give up a hit yesterday, which was, I think, one of his first hits he's allowed this season. He has no runs allowed this season. He has, I believe this was his fifth or sixth save of the season. When you see the bullpen come in, you know you're in good hands. Adrian Morejon has looked so much more better. Wandy Peralta compared to last season, just great. Yuki Matsui as well, he's been good. But other than that, man, I have no complaints so far. Other than those 2 games against the A's or the 2 losses against Chicago, and then we had that one loss 10-4 where Dylan Cease got absolutely lit up. We lost that one. Other than that, Padres are 13-3. They are 10 games over 500 now. Everything looks good. 10-0 at Petco this season. Petco Park, best place to be. If you want to watch a good baseball game, you go to Petco Park. The ninth sellout, as I said. The fans are bringing it. The energy is high. The vibes are high. And you can just tell the Padres are feeding off of it. They continue to win. Now 10-0. I mean, what can I say? This is probably one of the best starts in franchise history. We welcome Chicago to town, who gave us fits and handed us our first loss in Chicago. After Chicago, we go to Houston, and then so we have a really weird road trip. We go to Houston, then we go to Detroit, and then we're finally back home. But going from Houston to Detroit, you're going to Texas, it ain't far. And you go to Detroit, that's probably all the way down by me, for fuck's sake. So a lot of AL teams to start the season. This will be the 4th series. After Detroit, we have played the Guardians. We've played the A's. We got the Astros coming up, and we got Detroit coming up. So we're getting tested in the American League really fast here. We're finishing up our set with the Cubs already, our season series with the Cubs already. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully, in reality, the Cubs have been playing good ball. They are playing Sunday Night Baseball tonight against the Dodgers. Looking to get a series win against LA. LA has 5 losses on the season. Padres are 2 games ahead. Have looked really good. The Giants are looking really good. That NL West is shaping up to be one hell of a race. Just keep winning. Keep putting the pressure on. I know it's early. I shouldn't be scoreboard watching. But the NL West has looked amazing. So far, so good for them. Man. So, with us starting a lot of the season against American Leagues, we get the American League teams out the way. At the start of the season when you're hot, you could shape it up to be NL. Obviously, you don't got to beat American League teams to get to the postseason. So, yes, they're important games and they're good tests. So, I'm excited to go back to Houston. I love watching baseball at Houston. I want to say Minute Maid Park, but it's obviously not Minute Maid Park anymore. But other than that, very good start. We'll hit the road again after Chicago. A very good start at home. The injury bug has really struck us, though, which really sucks in this department. But, man, I have never been so excited watching Padres baseball. It seems like everything's going right. Obviously, I still hate losing, and so when we lost those games, it sucked. But other than that, I seriously, man, I have no complaints about this team. Obviously, the injury bug has struck us, and guys have had to step up. Oscar Gonzalez has had to step up. Yuli Gurriel had to step up. There's guys that had to come in the lineup. Iglesias, he started the season slow. Obviously, didn't start many games. But with Cronenworth hitting the IL, he has played. He had 2 RBIs on Friday night, and another 2 RBIs today against the Rockies. So he's figured it out. He also had 2 doubles today. Gonzalez had a base hit RBI. Gurriel had a base hit RBI. So the bottom of the order got it done today. And that was no problem. Because a lot of Padres fans would sit here and say that today's lineup, I think it was Toddy, Arise, Machado, Bogarts, Gonzalez, Yuli Gurriel, Iglesias, Lockridge, and Diaz. I feel like a lot of people would say that the lineup looks rough after 4, but it didn't. All the runs came from the bottom of the order, I believe. So, or Tatis grounded into a double play, but it turned into a run. But it doesn't really count. It doesn't count as an RBI in his stat sheet. I don't know why. It's a weird stat. But, yeah. Pitching, like I said, has been a fantastic. There's not much to talk about, just given that it seems like the same. Other than the injury bug, it's been nothing but fantastic for San Diego. Dylan Cease, he obviously got hit around really good against the A's in a 10-4 loss on Tuesday night. But he is back on the mound tomorrow with the fresh shave. Doesn't even look like, dude, I've been sitting here watching the games this weekend, just looking at it, and I'm like, that is not Dylan Cease. Like, what? That does not look like Dylan Cease. But no, it is. But I just think it's crazy how, like, younger this man looks. He looks like 20 years old now, so I think it's funny. But he goes back on the mound tomorrow against Chicago. Definitely looking for better compared to his last outing. His stuff's going to have to be better. A lot of his breaking stuff was just floating in the middle of the zone, and they were just ripping and hitting it everywhere. So that's going to be a key. But closely watching Dylan Cease, just given from his starts this season, I am starting to get a little worried about Dylan Cease and how he's going to perform throughout the season. Like, I'm starting to question it. Another thing is Fernando Tatis Jr. He continues to rake. He also had an injury scare that could have landed him on the IL, but didn't. He grimaced a little bit against the A's, taking a swing, I believe, in the second game. I'm not sure, though. I think it might have been the second game. He grimaced a little bit, and then he left the game later, and that's when Gonzalez came in. This was like when Gonzalez had just gotten here, so... Fernando has homered back-to-back days, Friday and Saturday. He homered in back-to-back days. Today he had a hit, a so-called RBI. He doubled, grounded into a play. It does not count as an RBI, but drove in a run, I guess you could say. Homered. He's looking good at the plate. He looks comfortable. The shoulder seems fine. So watching him hit every day, I can't even express to a lot of people how good this guy is. Like I said in the last episode, he was very inconsistent most of his career, where it felt like, well, he did battle a lot of injuries. He battled the suspension. The suspension hurt the most. A lot of people would say he's a home runner out. Oh, he strikes out. He swings at everything. Oh, he's overrated. But compared to many seasons that I have watched, Tatis Jr., he looks so comfortable at the plate. Like, he can put the ball anywhere. He can... Obviously shows what he did in right field yesterday, probably saving runs to close the game out, helping Robert Suarez. He keeps doing this. I can't even... You can't argue the fact that he won't be an MVP this year. He's batting 360, I believe, through the first 16 games, which is an absurd number. It's really good. Another guy I've been super impressed with, Elias Diaz. Diaz, obviously, never known as the biggest hitter. You could get into him, but he was never known as the batting average kind of guy. Not saying he's doing too great this year, but he's definitely come up with some nice hits. Friday night came up with a 2 RBI base hit. He gets hits, and he gets it done. So I've been impressed with him. Maldonado also, man. Maldonado, our catching room has been, I shouldn't say great, amazing, what's the word? But it works. Because from your 9 spot, and you're getting productive at-bats from guys like that, with Tatis on deck, Arise behind him, it's big. Maldonado had a 3-hit game in Chicago. He homered in Chicago. He had a few good hit balls yesterday. He flew out to the warning track. I've been impressed with contact. Obviously, Maldonado known for his probably one of the best defensive catchers in the game, and never known for his bat. So at first, I didn't like the Maldonado signing. I didn't like it because I always looked at him like, why would we get a guy that can't hit? So what are we going to have, 1 through 8? So I've been impressed with that. I will say I will eat my words on what I said about Maldonado. He has been productive so far, and I cannot deny it. He's been as good as probably a lot of people thought he would be. And same with Diaz. So Diaz, I knew, obviously, he could give you good hits there and then. Didn't expect him to kind of excel a little bit better on the rise, but I'm definitely super, super, super impressed with Elias Diaz and Martin Maldonado at the catching room. Xander Bogaerts, ups and downs, but he looks a lot more comfortable at the plate. Still chasing a lot of things, which sucks, but he definitely is getting better hits, better contact. Gurriel is starting to figure it out. He's looked a little more comfortable at the plate. I wouldn't say amazingly at the plate, but he's looked comfortable. But yeah, I mean, other than that, the team's rolling right now. 13-3, 10-0 at Petco Park in 2025. A complete game shutout from Michael King today. Only the first team since 2017 to shut out a team in a series. All of the games. The Padres did it this weekend. The injury bug obviously has struck San Diego. Cronenworth and Merrill landed on the IL. But other than that, not much to say in this episode. Padres just keep winning, and they'll head back on the road after Chicago, and we'll look to continue to winning. We'll see you guys in the next episode, in episode 3. Other than that, man, it's been Jackson, also known as Friars News on Instagram. If you want to, go follow. It's going to be right there, up there. That will be my username for Instagram if you want to keep up to date with live scores, live videos, and live news on your San Diego Padres. Other than that, it's been Jackson, also known as Friars News, and we out, baby. Let's fucking go, San Diego.